I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, please, I thought you would permit me a small grace period.
This isn't a discovery card, George. Every Friday means every Friday.
Yes, I realize that now. I'm sorry. Please, please don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
George, come on. You must have had some wax in your ears when we were working out this loan, huh? What is it that you don't understand about every Friday?
I did not understand that the interest would be so much.
All right. Well, we'll make it clear for you, okay? The bank wouldn't give you a loan, so you came to us. Huh? Okay. You understand percentages, don't you?
Yes, I understand percentages.
And numbers like 20. You understand 20?
Yes, I understand 20.
All right.
Almost as bad as one of my department store credit cards.
Miles and I struck out on the Benelli surveillance. Demetrius thought I could give you guys a hand here.
Welcome to the cheap seats.
What's going on?
Well, for starters, Jack makes a pretty mean loan shark.
All right, Tony, I gotta take this. Why don't you work out a new payment schedule with our friend here?
You can't do this to me. It is illegal.
What are you, the Attorney General? Huh?
If my mother was here, she'd be getting a bar of soap.
You might as well leave town because I'm gonna break your legs.
You got that? Huh? Okay.
It's your lucky day. That was your banker on the phone. He's feeling in a generous mood, okay? He says he will give you till next Friday to make good on your vig, all right? But if you don't, you will be signing a paper transferring your business here over to me.
He would steal my business away from me?
Well, consider it an unfriendly takeover. All right, Tony, I got business across town. Keep your eye on this little mook. I don't want him closing up shop and skipping out on our investments.
So, Georgie, we got a date next Friday, right, Georgie?
Okay.
All right, get yourself out of here.
Hey, I got a piece of advice for you. I know you're friends with Tony here. That's nice. If you want to do muscle for me, you get rid of that Hawaii shirt, huh? There's nobody who's afraid of anybody who looks like Don Ho.
Nothing like a good old-fashioned shakedown to keep the economy strong.
Remind me to never borrow money from a guy in a leather jacket. Especially that guy. He's scary.
Oh, hey, Sue, I didn't know you were here. This is Special Agent Tony Capono from the San Diego office. Tony, Sue Thomas.
Pleasure to meet you.
You too.
Did I forget to mention, Tony's a good guy, too.
Had me fooled.
Great.
If I live to be 100 and never see the 7 wonders, that'll be alright. Should my tender heart be broken, I will cry those teardrops knowing I will be just fine. 'Cause nothing changes who I am. I am Rosemary's granddaughter, the spitting image of my father. And when the day is done, my mama's still my biggest fan. Sometimes I'm clueless and I'm clumsy, but I got friends that love me, and they know just where I stand. It's all a part of me, and that's who I am. That's who I am.
Very cute. In that non-pretty sort of way. And in charge. He has a magnetism.
In that dark and dangerous kind of way, perhaps?
Could be.
Don't tell me you've fallen for that low-rent Lothario Capono. You've always seemed like such intelligent young women.
You don't sound like a fan, Miles.
Miles and Capono have a history.
I was unaware.
They were in the same class at Quantico.
Mop the floor with you, huh?
Hardly.
The way I heard it, he battered you into submission for 16 straight weeks.
What they fail to mention is that I cleaned his clock in the encryption decathlon.
Huh.
So fill us in on this case that the exalted Tony Capono has decided to share with us.
It's a case he started working on in San Diego. I guess I could let you explain it.
Be happy to.
Lucy, Miles, I don't think you've had the pleasure of meeting Special Agent Tony Capono.
Lucy, glad to be working with you.
Buongiorno.
Miles, I know. Leland, been a long time. How are those gimpy knees holding out?
Fine, fine. How's that high school equivalency coming?
Why don't you fill everybody in, Tony?
As Jack has said, this case started on the West Coast, but now it's brought me out here. Some of you have already met Dominic Romano. He's a capo de cima on the West Coast.
I'm sorry. What was that word he used?
Capo di Cima. It's Italian for lieutenant in the Mafia.
I've been working Dominic for the better part of a year now. He's an enforcer in the Trentino family, but he's not the guy that we're after. Meet Rocco De Ponte. Not surprising, his nickname is Rock. He's the fastest climber in La Cosa Nostra.
Oh, his mother must be so proud.
2 years ago, The Rock was just a lieutenant. But then he orchestrated an alliance between the East and West Coast. Think of it as a corporate reshuffle. He put in a new structure that has facilitated new cooperation, which is paying out well for everybody.
Hence his rapid rise to the top.
And now he wants to go even higher. He wants to return La Cosa Nostra to the glory days. He wants to be capo de tutti capi.
Excuse me, what was that word again?
Forgive me, that's the second time. I better write it out for you, because we might be here all day if I try to fingerspell it for you. But it means boss of all bosses.
I think you meant to say, I'm sorry.
What did I say?
I'm hungry.
I took a sign language class once for an undercover assignment, but I guess I don't remember as much as I thought I did. But I'll brush up by tomorrow.
No problem.
Dominic's been promoted by Rocco to oversee the DC operation.
That seems to confirm what Sue saw in Dominic's phone call this morning. He used the name Rocco 3 times.
No chance of flipping, Dominic?
He's too much old school. There's no way he'll turn.
Tony needed a backup for the undercover while he's out here, and Jack has graciously volunteered.
Dominic trusts me, so now he trusts Jack.
How could you not? Look at that face.
You want to see me?
We've been discussing your skill set. We need another undercover.
Need to add a little more muscle to the loan sharking crew?
Actually, no. I've been informed that you have quite the eye and touch for arranging baby's breath and daffodils.
In addition to my investigative acumen and SWAT training, yes, I do have a working knowledge of horticulture.
We told them you grow your own roses.
The Crimson Miles, I believe. Impressive. And here I'm just hoping to have a little semi-automatic gun named after me.
Dominic Romano's next collection is due tomorrow. From the owner of Forget-Me-Not. It's a small flower shop owned and operated by an older gentleman by the name of Tunis Theopolis. We want you to go undercover as his nephew.
And here's the good part. We'd like to get Dominic assaulting you on camera.
We can't arrest him yet, or we lose our chance to move up to Rocco De Ponte. But we can't have him going around hurting innocent citizens.
So we'd prefer he hurt you.
He's not going to hurt anybody.
Yeah, Tony and I will be there. But if Dominic pushes you around, maybe, then we get to add assault to the list of charges he goes away for. Longer the better.
I see. You want me to dress up in a flower apron and get beat up by a mobster?
We're all called to serve in different ways.
This is the right thing to do. We're gonna take him down, And then you and your family will never have to worry again.
I'll be in the surveillance van with Tara. If things get out of hand, we'll come to your rescue. I'll tell them that I'm some muscle that you hired to make sure that Dominic got the message that you aren't paying anymore. That way Jack and Tony don't have to blow their cover.
Jack and Tony will be coming in with Dominic at 10 tomorrow morning.
Tunis? May I call you Tunis? Now, I see the leaves on your protea are blackening a bit. Now, either someone's not watering them enough, or else they're moving them too much. Now, as for your bearded iris, where do I start?
That booth over there, that's where we'll be.
Then I should sit here. It's a good angle. If Dominic catches me looking at him, I can always turn and watch him in the mirror.
You can read lips backwards? This gets better all the time.
Okay. How far away are you?
We got caught in a little traffic on K Street, but we should be there in a couple of minutes.
Oh, don't look now, but our lunch guest is 45 minutes early.
Romano's already there.
Oh.
We gotta get Sue out of here now.
Too late for that. Watch and learn, boys and girls. Dominic, my friend. It's only 1:15. What, you forget about daylight savings?
You know the traffic in this town, you can't tell how long something's gonna take. And once you know it, the day I leave early, the freeways are wide open.
I told you we should have taken the freeway. Just drive.
Dominic, this is my girl, Susie Q. Susie, this is Dominic.
What is this?
Sign language.
What do you mean, she's a dummy or something?
What did you call her?
What?
Susie Q might be deaf, but she's no dummy.
Oh, you take it easy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right?
Okay. I'm a little wound up here.
Yeah, a guy could get hurt getting in my face like that.
You push my buttons, Dominic. I don't care who you are. You can't talk like that.
He's kind of sensitive about her.
Yeah, I noticed. Hey, no reason to I'd better get strung out, all right? You tell little Susie here that I think she's very beautiful.
He says that you're...
There. No harm, no foul. Oh, I wish I had a camera. Look at this beautiful couple.
I couldn't agree more.
Great clams, huh? Oh, one more thing. I'm having a little get-together at my house tomorrow night, right? It's a celebration regarding my promotion. Yous are all invited.
Sure, why not? We'd love to come.
And you make sure you come. My wife will love to meet you. She grew up next to a woman with only one arm, so you guys will be good friends.
It's very nice of you. She'd love to come.
And you can bring somebody too. Just make sure she fills out a dress real good. Capiche? You get this.
Sue can't come to the party.
I wasn't aware you controlled the calendar. You don't want her there? I won't bring her.
All right, see you there. I got some business. I'll see you in the morning, all right? This has been a very cultural day for me. New experiences are very good for us all. My wife, Esther's gonna really like meeting you. Is she getting any of this? All right, well, do your arm-waving thing and tell her what I said.
Sure.
Tomorrow night at Dominic's place could prove to be very productive.
Yeah, maybe, but you won't be there.
Excuse me?
Too dangerous. You're not going.
Maybe I'll let Demetrius know what Dominic just said on that phone call and see what he thinks, because I say I'm going to be there.
What did he say?
The call was from Rocco DePonte. He's going to be at Dominic's tomorrow night.
All I'm saying is that a party full of goombas packing heat is probably not the best place for...
I've done undercover before.
About 2 hours ago, if I'm not mistaken. And you handled yourself beautifully.
It's not that I don't think you can do it. It's the situation that's an issue, one that could get very dangerous very quickly.
And all I'm saying is that it's a golden opportunity to get close to the guy I've been working on for a month. But if you say no, then I guess it's no.
He doesn't speak for me.
Hey, I'm on your side on this. I think it'd be great to have you there. Who knows what lips you would read? Maybe even DePonte himself. For sure, we're not going to get any sound at a party.
Demetrius, I can do this, and should. If there's trouble, both Jack and Tony would be there.
Jack's right. It could be a volatile situation.
Or it could just be a tremendous opportunity. It's not like I'm going in alone. And Tara could go in too.
I could.
Yeah, Dominic said Jack could bring someone. It'd be one more backup. She fills out a dress just fine.
Thanks. And I think so too. That I should go in with Jack, that is.
As long as you're all in there together and we're right outside, I don't think it's that great a risk, Jack.
What time should I pick you up? Last but not least, Paulie Marcarelli, Rocco's cousin. He never misses a party. He's not a guy to mess with. If he comes over, don't make eye contact. Paulie likes blondes.
He must be smarter than he looks. Now that I've climbed the branches of Rocco's family tree, maybe I should teach you a few phrases to sign. Things you say at a party, just in case Esther's gone out and gotten a sign language book or something.
Sign away. I already know. Hungry.
That means, do you want something to drink? And if you sign that to me, I'd probably sign back fizzy water.
How do you sign, do you want to go to dinner?
Do you think you'd say that at a party?
No, I was thinking about now. I'm starved. How about you?
Oh, I didn't realize it was so late.
We could continue working over supper. You showing me some more signs. You like Italian?
Okay. I can't imagine being undercover all the time. Isn't it hard to always have to lie for a living?
I could tell you no, but then that would be a lie. People tend to think undercover work is all about pretending to be somebody you're not, but the truth is, when I'm under, I lie as little as possible, because I don't want it to come back to haunt me.
Are you ever afraid?
Almost every time I'm out there. Sometimes my knees shake so much, I pray, literally pray, that the bad guys don't see me. But at the same time, it's a rush like no other. Are you at all concerned about tomorrow?
A little, maybe.
You did a great job today. And I know you're going to do a great job at Dominic's. He's very protective of you, isn't he?
You're right. He likes you. But don't let that face fool you. If anybody were to cross the line with me, he's trained to go for the throat.
Really?
Maybe I'm lying. But maybe I'm not.
So what time did you get in last night?
I didn't really check, but I guess it was pretty late.
Morning. Boy, Sue, you look bright and cheerful this morning.
I do?
Last night was... what's this?
Unbelievable. Last night was unbelievable.
Oh,
No, they are certainly not, young man. I've been president of the Bainbridge Ladies' Garden Club for 10 years, and I'm telling you, those are tuberous begonias, not Rex begonias. It's like saying meadow buttercups are bulbous buttercups.
I'm smelling cat fight.
Yeah.
Well, even though I might assume bulbous is something you might know a thing or two about, sometimes the subtle botanical differences of wildflowers can elude the amateur.
I did not risk life and limb coming to this pedestrian neighborhood to have you present me with this hodgepodge. I wanted a burst of sunshine, not a stroll along a highway on-ramp.
For a burst of sunshine, might I suggest the beach?
Oh.
Uncle Tunis isn't going to be happy with Nephew Miles's flower bedside manner.
Here's his chance to redeem himself. They're here.
It was the old man. Tell him Dominic wants to talk to him.
If by old man you mean my Uncle Tunis, he's not here today. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm his nephew, Miles. And I'm afraid I have some bad news for you. He won't be paying you anymore.
That's the wrong answer, Biff. Look, I ain't no doctor, but I know a little bit about kneecaps. I know you need them to walk. Now, you're gonna be talking this big, riding a wheelchair for the rest of your life?
I'm sorry. Hey, Dominic, you sure you want to do this?
You want to be next, Big Mouth?
I just mean, look at him. White as a sheet, he's trembling. He's plenty scared. I'm sure he'll pay you now. Huh?
Every Friday, I promise.
All right, it's better. Because your Uncle Tunis was never late with the payment, I'm not going to cripple you. Next Friday, I want double payments. One for this week, one for next. And one for all this unpleasantness. You understand?
Yes.
All right, see you next Friday. That's just to let you know we take our business seriously.
Thanks for all the backup. Oh, Thomas, don't worry. I'm sure he's much different at home. Although, if you don't like what he's serving, I'd suggest you eat it anyway.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to my home.
Thanks, boss. Dominic, this is Tara.
Welcome. Hey, eat a lot, all right?
Thanks.
Esther! Come over. There's somebody I want you to meet. Remember that deaf girl I was telling you about? Susie. This is my wife, Esther.
Dominic told me you can't hear. I picked up a few of those, what do you call them, finger signs from that movie, Children of a Lesser God. Come on, let's go get a little drinky poo, and then we can get to know each other a little bit better.
See, my Esther, she likes to reach out. All right, make yourself at home.
Oh, Timmy Two Shoes at 3 o'clock. Apparently, he likes his cannoli a lot.
Is that her hair, or is she wearing a poodle?
Looks like the guest of honor's finally arrived.
Rocco must think it's take your daughter to work day. You can pop your eyes back in your head now.
One more. And then there's that cologne he uses. Too much of it all the time. Have a little class.
Mrs. Romano, if I promise to bring Susie back, can I borrow her for a minute?
Oh, well, we were just having a great conversation.
You just keep talking. I'll have her back so quick she won't have missed a thing.
Thanks for rescuing me.
You able to read what's happening out there?
I'm not picking it all up, but Dominic is angry about Rocco's supplier. Whoever it is that's providing the drugs for Dominic to sell on the street. How could you get into business with these people? I don't want any part of this anymore. It's wrong, and I want out.
Let's go.
Interesting turn of events. A mobster with a panic disorder. You gotta love that.
Thank you. I had a lovely time at the Mafia party.
You know, usually, with what I do, I'm always watching, always looking over my shoulder, never quite relaxed in the moment, you know? But working with you, I've kind of got myself actually feeling like a regular guy.
You better watch yourself. Don't want to lose your edge. At least until this case is over.
I've got you to protect me. I'll be all right. You know, I was thinking about something. What would you think if I put in for a 6-month undercover stint with the Baltimore office? Maybe stayed around here instead of going back right away.
Sounds interesting.
We've got to maintain our undercover. Never know who might be watching us.
I guess I have a lot to learn about undercover work. Good night.
You gotta be kidding me. Forget about him quitting the mob. They used to have him drummed out for having that dog. I've seen bigger rats.
So Dominic's one of them.
Dominic Romano, FBI.
You must have the wrong guy.
If you're the Dominic Romano we got on tape shaking down a certain flower shop owner, then I'd say we got the right guy.
Unfortunately for you, Nephew Miles, or I think Biff is what you called him, is undercover FBI.
Not a good thing, Dom, to hit an FBI agent. The good news is we're here to make you a little offer. One that could help you avoid that long jail term that usually accompanies that kind of act.
We're interested in your boss, Mr. Rocco Raponi. Of course, we could make this offer to the 2 guys that were with you at the flower shop, but that would mean we couldn't give it to you.
We're having a special. It's one deal only.
I've got a feeling that one of them might want it if you don't.
Honestly, I'm sort of glad you guys are here. These young guys like Rocco, they'll take money from anybody. I would never do anything to dishonor the family. What he did was wrong. I miss the old days where you could feel good about doing an honest day's work.
We'll take you downtown, you can get it all off your chest.
All right, just give me a moment here. I want to let Slugger do his business.
I'm thinking DePonte looks good for this hit except for one thing. The mob doesn't usually do drive-bys and beat up station wagons.
Maybe it wasn't the Mafia. I suppose it could be gangs, could be a turf war.
It's possible, but my money's still on Rocco.
I agree, family members don't show that kind of public disagreement unless there's a real rift.
So what now?
Maybe Rocco just opened up an opportunity for us to get closer to him.
Do I know you?
Part of Dominic's crew.
Yeah, I've seen you once before. I heard Dominic retired.
Yeah.
And about being associated with him, It's not something I'd be too quick to admit to right now.
You're going to need somebody to take over his responsibilities. Maybe we can fill that bill.
I already got somebody else interested in the job.
We've been doing all of Dominic's work already. We happen to be familiar with the stores he's doing business with. And a few maybe that he should have been doing business with, but never got around to.
And maybe we're more hungry than he was.
I'll consider it. If my guy wants you, he'll find you.
Mr. DePonte, can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah, sure. Just you.
Just me.
All right, I'll give you a chance. Come meet my guy.
I gotta go.
What are you talking about? Go where?
I'm going to meet Rocco's guy. I'm in. You're out.
What? Wait a minute. You just cut me out of this operation.
Rocco cut you, not me.
Rocco said he would consider it. Then you talk to him, all of a sudden I'm out and you're in?
There was no way he was gonna trust us alone. The deal was going sideways. He's never even seen you before. Undercover's all about instinct and spur of the moment. I know that you guys always like to do things by the book, but I didn't have the luxury of holding a 2-hour debriefing.
Your spur of the moment instincts are gonna get you killed one of these days.
And maybe you should be glad to know that's not your problem anymore. Your ways work for you, mine work for me. Always.
Lucy, I've got to go.
What's wrong?
That was Tony. Rocco's arranged a meeting, and Tony needs me to read lips. He says it's important. Call Jack and tell him I'm meeting Tony on the corner of Dodge and Trout. Sorry, buddy. You've got to stay with Lucy.
Get in. Ready to have a little fun?
Where are we going?
Got a little tip from one of my new best friends. What did they say?
It's Jack. They want to know where we're at.
Don't answer. We can't have everybody screaming at her now.
Rocco's saying we had a deal. There are no bigger cuts. We can get the drugs. It looks like he's saying domestic.
That sounds right. The guy's dealing to Rocco from outside the country.
Now the smaller man's telling Rocco they've proven they're a reliable supplier. They want what's theirs. They'll take their business somewhere else if Rocco's not happy. Now Rocco's saying, go ahead, how many Americans?
What?
He said how many Americans would work with Hamas.
That's what Dominic was talking about. He didn't want to work with terrorists. That's what all this is about. Right here.
It looks like Rocco's drug money is funding Palestinian terrorists.
The new Mafia.
Jack, did you hear?
Yeah, I already heard. You've been walking a very fine line ever since you got here. This time you've crossed it. If you want to put your own life in danger, that's fine. But when you risk the lives of members of this squad, it's no longer just your business. It's also mine.
Seems to me your problem is that you didn't get to be a part of it. And maybe that Sue did?
Fellas, not here.
It's not like he made me go with him. I made the choice to go. And it's a good thing I did.
I don't care what you got. Actions like that will get you killed. Then we'll see how valuable you are.
Got it. This is the guy.
That's him.
Good work, partner.
Maybe it's time to talk to Rocco again.
I figured it might come to this. I agree. Now's the time.
All right, Bobby and I will take the lead. I want you and Jack in the area in case we strike out. You can approach him in your undercover.
I don't need Jack. As far as Rocco goes, I'm on my own now.
But as far as I go, you're not. You still need backup, and until we get somebody else, Jack's gonna be that guy. So you can put away any personal differences you might have. It's gotten much bigger than any of us.
Just got off a phone call I think you should know about.
What?
I was talking to a friend of mine. She's in the LA office now. She just moved there from San Diego. So I told her about my roommate who was possibly interested in Agent Capono from her old squad.
Lucy, you didn't.
And my friend told me to warn you that he has a reputation as a bit of a ladies' man.
Liz, I can handle myself.
And that he's married and has 2 kids.
So we've got a little thing we call material support of terrorism. It's just for situations like this.
This is how it works. We catch you supporting terrorism, you get a free trip to death row.
If you had anything on me, you wouldn't be standing here asking for my cooperation.
It's like Rocco is not biting.
See you around, boys.
You can count on that.
Looks like we're up.
Hate to burst your illusions about your business partners there, Rocco, but this is Hamas written all over it. Seems as though they have their own way of negotiating too.
What kind of deal will you give me?
Amin Arban! FBI!
Havan, we have a warrant for your arrest! Living room clear!
Hey, D. Check this out. Plans for major East Coast bridges, schematics for the subway, railway lines.
I don't think it's because he's a civil engineering major at Georgetown.
Hey, guys. I got a mini Uzi from under the bed, which I'm guessing has got Dominic's death written all over it.
I see him. He's on the street just below. He's on the route. He's running northward on 13th.
Cut over on N Street, you should cut him off.
You guys take it back just in case.
Islam is truth. All infidels will die. You cannot win.
Well, it's the good thing about America. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, no matter how wrong it is. Now get down!
Death to America. Death to Israel. Allahu Akbar.
Oh, no! No, no!
Rocco's cooperating fully. Unfortunately, he doesn't know any Hamas names except for our building jumper. We did get a computer, so maybe we'll still get something.
But not before the headlights we're at war with disappears into another mane of dirty hair.
My thoughts exactly. Although I doubt I'd ever be able to phrase it so colorfully.
And I'd like to thank you all for a job very well done, despite Hamas living to fight another day. We did put a serious dent into Ponte's organization, and there are a number of shop owners on 7th that got rid of a terror that's been at war with them. No hard feelings?
I think you're dangerous. You risk the life of someone in this office we care about. It's gonna take a while for us to forget about that. Someone's gonna be assigned to investigate DePonte's car blowing up. Remarkable timing on that one, wouldn't you say?
And when they do, I'd bet a paycheck it'll have Hamas written all over it. Sometimes you get lucky.
Right. See you around, Tony.
Hey, partner. What do you say we go out and celebrate?
You know, under different circumstances, I would have said yes. But I don't date married men. Or liars. You're really good at what you do, Tony. You're so good, you fooled me. But the real question is, can you also fool yourself?
Hey. What's up?
We were just in the neighborhood. Jack, you were right about Tony. I was wrong. And I'm sorry I sided with him instead of you. So do we need to talk about it anymore, or is that enough?
It's enough for me. Unless there's something you want to talk about.
No, not really. Unless there's something you want to talk about.
No?
Okay.
You hungry?
Starved. Pizza?
Perfect. How'd she know I wanted pizza? What did he say? What's that?
He said I'm back.